My name is Wasim and I'm from Kashmir. And we as Muslims have this strong feeling that whatever happens to us or whatever happens in this world is by the will of Almighty Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. My question is, in the Holy Quran, the Almighty God says, whatever is inside the mother's womb, it's only me who knows who that is. Not in terms of the sex of the child, but in terms of the nature and what that child is going to be in his future life. Now what my question, brother, is, if it's the Almighty Allah who knows about the child, what he is going to be, right? Though he has given us a wisdom to differentiate between good things and bad things, but it is Allah who has decided the fate of the child even when he was in the mother's womb. So how do we help about it? I just needed an explanation for this thing.
Okay, I think, brother, it's a very important topic. I'll be very brief in answering it, inshallah, because it's a very big topic. The topic of qadr is a huge topic, and we can't do it justice in a small question and answer session. But I want to get you to think about this issue. First of all, it's very problematic when we use the word fate. It's not an Arabic word, it's not a Quranic word. One of the important things to understand, brothers and sisters, this is very important. You've probably heard me talk about this before. When we use words, any word in the language, that word connects in our mind with an image or a concept or an idea. And I use this when I talk about, for example, when we talk about the word religion. In English, in England, when you say religion, people imagine something connected with that word. But what they imagine is not the same as the meaning of the word deen. The word religion in English, for example, has a limited meaning. Usually people imagine religion is going to the church once a week or something like that. Whereas the word deen in Arabic means your way of life. Although you often find the word deen translated as religion. The same with this concept of qadr wal qada. People translate it as fate. But the term fate in English has a meaning that is not the same as what we believe as Muslims in the concept of qadr wal qada. It's not the same, and that's the problem. So, first of all, in order to understand this, you have to take out of your mind what you think fate is. Most people are not able to do that. And then I end up spending half an hour going over and over and over the same thing. Eventually they say after half an hour, they say, oh yeah, now I understand. Brother, let me give you an example concerning what you have said. I presume, brother, you've been to school, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes?
That's right. That's right.
Okay, in school you have teacher. Yes? Okay. Do you also have exams at school?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I don't know about here, but in England, when you have exams or when you're going to have exams, your teacher predicts your grade. Yeah? So I think Jim will get an A. I think Margaret will get a B. I think Aisha will get A+, inshallah. Muhammad will get A++, inshallah. So she will write down, based on her knowledge and her understanding and her experience, she writes down what she believes the grade of each student will be. Now let me ask you a question. Does the fact that she knows her students and she understands their way of thinking and their abilities, and does the fact that she writes those grades down, does that mean she forces those students to get those marks?
No.
No. So there's no correlation between knowing something and that particular thing happening. Do you agree with that?
That's right.
Okay. Now, we're not saying Allah is like a teacher, astaghfirullah. We are only using this to highlight the concept. The fact that Allah knows what you are going to do, and the fact that Allah knows everything about us, even to the extent, are we going to the hellfire or the paradise? And the fact that Allah in His perfect knowledge, not like the teacher, His knowledge of course is perfect, has written it down, does not mean that Allah forced you to obey Him or disobey Him or go to the paradise or go to the hellfire. You still make the choice, you still do the deeds, you still behave, and you still have the choice whether to obey Allah or not. So Allah does not force us or compel us to obey Him or to disobey Him. We obey Him or disobey Him because we choose to behave like that. But Allah's knowledge is perfect. His wisdom is complete. He knows what you are going to do. He knows what I'm going to do. And He has written it down from His knowledge. So there is no contradiction, if you understand that, between what you have said and the fact that our deeds and our choices lead us either to the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and through His mercy we are entered into paradise, or we are punished from His justice in the hellfire. So I hope that explains that issue for you, inshallah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we still have time for another question from the sisters.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.